We interrupt this program to bring you a special...
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey everybody, how we doing today? Thank you, Stephen, for kicking it off for me. We got some things to talk about today because everybody is sort of really caught up on Derrick Jaxn was cheating, Derrick Jaxn was cheating. But there's a lesson here from his wife that's being quietly shown. And I think that we need to talk about it. I think we need to look at it. I think we need to look at it. Because she's an online personality too. Let's understand that. She's got her own videos. She's got her own Instagram. She does her own lives. She does, and it's completely separate from what Derrick does. It is, I've never tuned in because I don't follow her on Instagram. But, you see clips and things of that nature, and it appears to be one that she runs, like she runs her page and does her lives based on, like, her spirituality and things of that nature. And when you look over some of the comments and things like that, I know a lot of people were like laughing at her or whatever, even when it first came out, like last year. And remember, they were sitting next to each other and he was holding her hand, and I even did a video on it as well. And the video, it's interesting how things come full circle, because the video that I did a while back, I was talking about this is not how you follow your husband. I don't know if anybody remember that. Thank you, Miss Almond I said no victim, she's a volunteer and a participant. See, hey, Miss Dee. See, I'm not really on the boat of feeling sorry for her. That's not where I am with it. I just see some things that we're going to point out today. Because I still stand by the sentiment that I had last year when this cropped up. And I said, this is not how you follow your husband. This is not, we kind of coming back to that today. Because we don't know, let me just open by saying this. We don't know all of the details of their relationship. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I know the details of their relationship, or that I've been digging for those details or anything of the sort. Okay? So I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know all of the ins and outs of what's going on in their marriage and in their lives. Right? What is apparent? What do we see with our eyes? What we see with our eyes is him going around with other women, partying and whatever with other women in public. Okay? Now, some people say that, well, if he's out there, then we need to be aware of why he's out there. Some people say it doesn't matter why he's doing it. It's wrong. And there are no excuses. There are no reasons why a married man should be running around Miami with an Insta thought. Some people feel sorry for her, and some say, they're feeling sorry for her. Some say she didn't deserve it. Some say, well, no, she do. And there are even some people with the perspective that she didn't level up with him. And so therefore, she stopped being the kind of woman that he wanted to represent him. Now, whether that's true or not is up for debate, up for speculation, or whatever the case might be. But today, we're going to look at something that I think other people miss about this situation. And that's her followership. That's her followership. And this isn't to say that she did or didn't, quote unquote, deserve to be cheated on or what have you. But here's the thing. Women have to be aware of what kind of follower they are. And you can kind of tell by the way in which she speaks, the way in which she carry herself online. And these are the conclusions that I'm coming to based on her, not based on rumors about her, but things, her, the way she talked about the situation, the way she talks about other things. Everybody saw that little short clip where she's like cursing everybody, like literal curses on people who were speaking ill of her and her husband, which kind of go along with the fact that I don't think she ever really wanted a divorce from him. I think he's the one that really wanted it, and therefore he's the one that filed for it. According to what he says, he filed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look we're going to read a quick article. We're going to read it together. And then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about a lot of the things that you can gather from what's stated in this article. So, hey, Gail, say you've been nominated for ACA Inspirational Woman Award. May I drop the link for your supporters to vote? Say you've been nominated for the ACA Inspirational Woman Award. May I drop the link for your supporters to vote? Okay, that's really sweet. That is really sweet. And thank you so much, Miss Gail. Sure, you can go ahead and drop the link for that. That'll be fine. Okay. Thank you, Miss Gail. Thank you so much, sweetheart. So what we're going to do is we're going to read a little bit of an article here. Okay. I want to make sure everybody can hear it. See it. Okay. All right. So, cash grab. This, we're going to take certain things for granted. Now, this was posted actually in 2021. So this is after the first time. This isn't even after this time, right? But I wanted to read the article because it still has some things in it that I thought was interesting. Okay. YouTuber Derrick Jaxn's wife demanded lump sum alimony and full custody of their children in their secret divorce before his shocking cheating confession. Okay. Derrick's wife of over 3 years, Derrick Jaxn, files for divorce from the relationship expert. So apparently she tried to file first, and we know it didn't take. That was last year. It didn't take. She tried to file in 2020. This was posted in 2021. We know that they remain married. And just recently, probably a week ago, Derrick says that he filed for divorce. But that's not the important part. Here's some of the important parts. Denia claimed the couple had been separated for at least 6 months at the time of the filing, and that she and her 2 young children lived in Colorado. She said she is entitled to a divorce on the grounds that the marriage is irretrievably broken with no prospects for reconciliation. Denia says she is fit and proper and that it is in the best interest of the minor children for her to have primary physical custody. She requested they share joint legal custody of the minor children and that she have all final decision-making authority. Now, this is apparently their wedding, I would assume, okay? Or some such. Maybe a party. Looks like their wedding photos. Now, you can see how he's looking at her. You can see how she's looking, right? And I'm not saying this I just want y'all to keep this picture in mind of her. They got drinks in hand. They're dancing. They look like they're having a good time. Okay. Denia requested the court order child support to be consistent with the Georgia child support guidelines. She alleges that she is substantially dependent on Derrick for support and maintenance, meaning that she doesn't have any income outside of him, right? The court filing read she is entitled to receive lump sum and or periodic alimony from respondent on both a temporary and permanent basis. She also requested Derrick pay her attorney's fees, okay? Now we're going to skip this part because this is just a little bit of a transcript from from this show. So we're not going to read those things. It's not important. Again, take a look at her. Take a look at him. Take a look at the body language. I want y'all to look at the body language. Smiles look genuine. You understand what I'm talking about? Okay. She was talking about leaving, and she said, I didn't hesitate or waste time to do so. And I stayed gone. No matter how many times he came, I stayed gone and stayed firm in my decision. And I did not come back until I saw a shift and change in his mentality and how he carried himself and how he presented himself in conversations that we were able to have, that we were never able to have in 12 years of knowing each other. She continued, so today where I'm at is at peace and by his side, and I have no hesitation or hurt or shame about that. And it's only because of the grace of God and the mercy of God. And we have already turned a new chapter in this story, and we are continuing to move forward, and we are just now sharing this with you. And I forgave him, and most importantly, God has forgiven him and the others as well. This is her again. I want y'all to pay there's a reason I'm pointing these pictures out as well. I'm not just pointing these pictures out for no reason. There's a reason that I'm doing this. And I'm sticking on these pictures a little bit so you guys can sort of get the eye full that I need you to get. Okay? All right? It's important. Check her out. Okay? This is important right here too. She also claimed he cheated before their marriage. Denia said, the only reason I entertained coming back was because there was an actual shift in your mentality and how you dealt with me. You eliminating people from your life, cutting off these connections with these people, and that is something you've never done. You never hinted at that. Even with the trying, again, breaking up, getting back together, all of it. You had never done that before. Also, your pursuit of God and your continued pursuit with or without me. And I was out of your life. It was over. Then we got another one. Okay. This is one of the chicks that claimed, she was one of the side pieces. Okay. Now, these couple of different side pieces, I'm not going to continue to finish. But these couple of different side pieces, okay, claim that he told them that him and his wife were estranged already and that they were split up. And he would bring them to, their home in Atlanta and all of that sort of thing. All of that stuff is alleged, supposedly. Okay. So here you have, let me stop sharing. Because the rest of that is almost unimportant. I'm come back to you. Why did I show all of that? Why did I show all of that? Thank you, Miss Lou Casely. Thank you so much. She having a problem with her followership. If I had to categorize this lady, if I had to categorize her, she's in the yellow. She's in the yellow. She's a passive follower, okay? And what that says is sheep. This follower's participation level is very low, mediocre, or non-existent. They have little to no belief in the leader, and they passively, regretfully, or negatively help him. This follower has little or no independent critical thinking skills and blindly follows the leader. I'm gonna read that again. If I had to categorize the young lady, we might be looking at a passive follower, a sheep. This follower's participation level is very low, mediocre, or non-existent. They have little to no belief in the leader, and they passively, regretfully, or negatively help him. This follower has little or no independent critical thinking skills and blindly follows the leader. Okay? She made some IG posts before about essentially obsessing over the kind of women that she knew Derrick was attracted to because she didn't feel like she fit the bill of that. She didn't feel like she fit into the classification of women that he was actually physically, sexually attracted to. Okay? So she became a little bit obsessive, trying to find out what these women had that she didn't have, trying to find out or compare herself or trying to measure up or whatever the case might have been to what she believed in her mind about what he wanted. Okay, what he wanted. This is Insecurity 101. It's my opinion that insecurity is probably one of the most damaging things that was present in their relationships. And it's insecurity is an interesting monster because other people can point it out for you and help you see it, but it's only you that are able to actually deal with it. And it's your job to really try to deal with it. See, she was trying to deal with it from a spiritual standpoint, and I can give her kudos for that because it is a spiritual issue. It is an issue with your spiritual value. Feelings of not being good enough, not looking good enough, not, or whatever. If these thoughts and feelings can be invasive, if they go unchecked or if you feed them. If you feed that monster, it will grow bigger. It will grow bigger and it will be relentless and it will tear you apart. But there was an issue with that though. Because even though she tried to address her issues with an outward spiritual show of strength, she was coming at it from a standpoint that didn't help their marriage. Let me get a little deeper. Because there's two issues going on with her. See, she thought being more spiritual or trying to look into her spiritual value would help her with her insecurity. Now, in theory, that's correct. Because if you got insecurity problems, if you got depression problems, if you've got all of these different kinds of internal issues, you do have to start looking at your spiritual value first. That is step one. It's always step one. Anytime we're dealing with the 10 life values, trying to get your life together, trying to get yourself together, it's always number one. Spirit is always the first thing you got to check, because the truth will remove all errors. The truth corrects all errors of the mind. Shout out to Iyanla Van Zandt. Thank you, Robert Johnson said it was 2 different relationships you didn't need to correct yourself. Okay. And they were having 2 different relationships. The reason why I pointed out those pictures is because the woman you see now that's getting on and she's got the little hats on, she don't got no makeup on, she's, trying to, curse people spiritually and things of that nature. That's not the woman in them wedding videos. That's not that woman. See, I need y'all to understand some stuff. That's not that woman right there. Not the same. The same woman with that wedding dress on with a drink in her hand, that's not the same woman that got online hand in hand with her husband with a little sweatshirt on, a little hat on, and them little jeans. That's not that same woman. That's not that same woman. That's a different woman. See, there's a little bit of truth to not leveling up with her husband, because he wasn't Derrick Jaxn when she met him 12 years ago. He's Derrick Jaxn now. And the insecurity grew as he grew in popularity, in money, in looks, in desirability by other women. And see, she went about trying to address this situation in kind of the wrong way. One thing is that she may have tried to, not only was she trying to deal with her insecurity through spirituality, even that was kind of in a warped way, because she was looking at these women that he was attracted to and becoming more and more insecure about that. These women look a certain way. These women are sexually appealing. But there was also another situation. Not only were these women good looking, they were also insta-thoughts. They were thoughts. And she didn't equate herself with being a thought, but she did equate that sex appeal with being a thought. And she equated being a thought with something bad. So she went the other way with it. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down a little bit here? She was looking at the women. The women were sexually appealing visually. However, they were also thoughts. She doesn't regard herself as a thought, but she does connect sex appeal with being a thought or a whore. She doesn't associate any of that. She associates that with bad. That's bad. These women are not, I'm going to change that word, not whorish, slutty. That's who these women are. That's who they are. That's what they represent. She don't connect that to her, right? She don't do it. She said, they might be visually appealing, and she's not opposed to that because we saw pictures just then in that article of her, and she had the green jacket and she was turned around a little bit. You understand what I mean? She had the neck out, you know, kind of with the dress on, with the drink in her hand. And then she had the other one with the romper, I guess that's what you call them, sitting next to him. The picture that I used for the thumbnail, she's looking alluring. Yes? She got on a dress. She got her hair up. You understand what I'm saying? As she went more into her spiritual space, that the more she went into that spiritual space, the more she separated it from who she should be sexually. This is the issue that I was talking about when I did the live stream about church girls. Remember that Beyonce song, Church Girls or whatever, and I did that live stream. And how the so-called, when you raise as a so-called good girl, when you raise like that, then you automatically separate sex is somehow bad or of the devil or something like that. And to be wholesome and to be good and to be a good girl, you gotta not have that sexual component to you. Picking up what I'm putting down now? It's okay to have that component. It's okay as a wife to have that component, especially with your husband. Especially with your husband. He was looking for that. He was looking for that. What happened to that woman? I bet you he was wondering, what happened to that woman? Because she used to let me. That's one reason why I married her. Because she not ugly, she pretty. The one reason why I got with her. And got them 2 kids with her. Thank you, M.I. Master says she hasn't learned to tap into that inner garden tool for her man. Or she closed it. She closed it. Thank you, Infinity MFG said, do you do consultations on book publishing? I would like to self-publish. First of all, let me give you your accolades. Thank you so much, Infinity MFG. And no, I do not do consultations on book publishing. I wish I was in a position knowledge-wise to do so, but I am not. I'm not. I'm apologetic about that. I'm not. I'm sorry. Cause see, I'm trying to take y'all somewhere. I'm trying to take y'all somewhere. I'm trying to talk to the lioness here. I'm trying to talk to the lions who might be listening, who rearing a lioness. You may be mentoring a lioness. But I'm talking to the lionesses. You gotta be able to have that sexual part of you readily available to your husband. Derrick looked like the kind of guy that need that. He needs that. Here's the other part. I'm going to come back to the sexual part because that's a huge component. But I'm going to come back. Matter of fact, we're going to go on a break. And then we're going to come back and we're really going to talk about this other part of it because it's a lot to unpack. Thank you, Anthony Perkins, that she pulled the bait and switch. And she did it in a way that she actually thought she was doing good. She thought she was turning from a bad girl to a good girl. That's just my armchair diagnosis. But I think she thought she was turning from a bad girl to a good girl. After these messages, We'll be right back.
Look, I'm black guy. Hello, how may I help you?
Hey, Habibi, look, my hang low ain't working like it's supposed to. You got any of them sex pills?
May I randomly suggest one of these generic products?
Nah.
You should take the A game, little bro.
Bling bling for the ding ding.
Nah.
You shouldn't be taking that poison, little bro. Here, try one of mine.
Yes, right.
A game will make a girl give you her credit card number.
It is very true.
Plus, it's an all-natural solution for men. Not like these gas station pills gonna make your manhood shrivel up and fall off.
Oh my golly, he's right. A-game is an all-natural solution for men. And you take it and it give you energy and libido and your vitality will be out the roof.
I feel it kicking in already. I'm gonna go home and show my girl.
Okay, but don't forget to drink 16 to 32 ounces of water.
Hey, baby.
Ooh, look who brought their A game.
And that A is for apocalypse, cause I'm about to blow your back up. Ow!
Ooh, I love it when you bring your
You know we gonna get back to the cook, but we gotta stop and, deal with the A game, the A game, the A game. Okay, I bling bling for the ding ding. Okay, so listen, all jokes aside, or maybe not, we definitely want to be able to support our men's overall health with A game. And the number one reason why we need to do that is because, first of all, there's nothing like A game. A game is head and shoulders above the rest. And as a matter of fact, there is no competition because there's nothing else on the market that is going to support a man's vitality, his energy, his strength, along with his libido, right? And it's 21 herbs. So we're not worried about, man, what's in this? Or it don't even got an ingredients list. Or if you look at it, you can't read it. Or, whatever the case might be. Or you got to take it, but it's got a weird side effect that you wasn't anticipating and all of this other sort of thing. A-game bypasses all of that by utilizing 21 herbs of the highest quality. Okay, we're not talking about herbs that's been sitting on the shelf 90 years and they old. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about that. We're talking about top tier, top notch, top quality ingredients, meticulously chosen and formulated specifically for the health support and the overall support of men's health, right? So it lasts 72 hours. This is how strong what we're talking. There's no half steps or anything like that. No corners cut or anything. This is just a straight up awesome product for men's health, right? 72 hours means it's long lasting. That means you take one, 72 hours later, you take the other one. You don't have to keep, checking back. Man, did I take? Man, that was just the third time today. I gotta try to keep up, with my energy. It gives you that long-lasting energy that you need in order to complete all the tasks that you need to complete without feeling tired, without feeling lethargic, without feeling like you want to stop, and all of these other things. So definitely, if you want to become part of the A-Game family, it is so simple to do because all you have to do is click the link at the top of the chat with agameherbal.com, and please do not forget your 10% discount using the code Kendra10 so you can get A-Game delivered to you ASAP. All right. I want to thank James Mitchell. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you so much for your support. And bam, 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 bam. You gotta hit the like button. Bam, bam. You gotta because we got 304 awesome people who have hit the like button. Let's see if we can get the other 400 or so people to hit the like button so we can continue to cook, because that was just the preliminaries. That was the appetizer. We're gonna get down to the meal right now. We're gonna come back to the sexual piece because that's a huge piece, and it's a huge piece for her. I don't think he's doing it to her. She's doing it. and it has worked to corrupt their relationship. Here's the other thing. She might have thought that the more submissive she became, the more he would see wifely value in her and leave them other women alone. Okay? She might have thought that the more submissive she was or became, the more wifely value he would see in her, and then he would gravitate towards her and he would leave those other women alone. You understand what I'm saying? Only issue the issues are twofold. Number one, people can see value in you that you can't see, right? But it becomes problematic when you can't ever see that value and you don't take hold of it or bring it out of yourself, or you consistently down yourself. It does no good. It doesn't matter if other people see value in you if you're so blind that you can't see it. And what blinds her is her insecurity. See, it's a vicious cycle, Pope Lady. It's a vicious cycle that I'm detecting, that I'm picking up from her. Okay? The second issue with that is this. Submission is many times confused with the passive or the sheep mentality. This is why I said she's in the yellow. Okay? She's in the yellow. That passiveness. See, too many times Black women think submission mean I gotta shut up, sit down, and I don't add nothing. The problem with that is when you're in the yellow, you are being a follower that can't add positively to the equation. Right? You can't add positively to the equation. So you're so trapped in the negativity surrounding the insecurity that you feel that you never focus first on yourself for the purpose of self-improvement. You're not focusing on why you're insecure and fixing that situation so that the energy that you have and that you carry with your spouse is not coming out of that insecure space, right? So your focus is not on that. Your focus is also not on your spouse. Because even if you're the insecure person that want to add value to your spouse, in her case to your husband, it might have been a situation where she felt too inadequate to do that. Or that what she brings to him or what she do for him or whatever is going to be disregarded and it's going to be discarded by him. The key to this little vicious cycle is that when you do things like this in that energy, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So what you end up with is it is getting disregarded. It is getting discarded to a certain degree by the person you trying to give it to, because that person it's not that they didn't want or need your support or whatever that you was trying to give. It's not that they didn't want that. It's not that they didn't need it. But because it was given to them or offered to them in that negative spirit of insecurity, that it don't serve its purpose. It don't serve its purpose. So yes, she was sitting next to him in the trials and tribulations. She made a good showing publicly. She didn't come out and, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, spill the beans. Yeah, he been doing this and he a narcissist and he abused her. She didn't, so far, to my knowledge, she has not come out with any of that. I suspect her to be quite embarrassed about what's going on. I suspect that she's embarrassed by it. So she has not come out to bash him. She ain't said nothing about him to my knowledge. Okay, she's not said anything disparaging about him at all. Okay? But it's problematic when you give stuff or you do things or you operating in that insecure space. He can't, and this is coming back around to the sexual thing because it's tied into chaos. It's tied into the chaos of a woman. Okay? In that insecure spirit, what is she not doing? She's not, like I said, focusing on herself, for the purpose of self-improvement. So if you feel like you a little dumpy physically, you feel like you got a little too much weight, you feel like the women that he going after, you know what I'm saying, is a little bit slimmer than you or whatever, and you feel insecure as a woman because those women draw his eye and you feel like you don't, then you got to do something about that. You got to do something about that. Because a man can only reassure you so many times. He can only do it so many times. He can only fill that cup up because an insecure cup got a hole in the bottom of it. That's why it ain't never filled up, so it can go away. It's got a hole in the bottom. Right? So no matter how many times he might have told her, no, I think you're beautiful. No, I think you, he might have also been telling her, you do kind of need to come to the gym with me. And instead of her internalizing that as, okay, he's looking after my health value. He's trying to tell me the 3 things men tell women: how to love them, how to keep them, how to lose them. And no matter what kind of spiritual show of strength she's trying to do, we can see it's coming out of a negative space still. We can see it's coming out of a negative space still. Because she didn't go and say, you know what, I need to really look at myself. She started trying to tell other people, you know, I wish your family members do this and do that and blah, 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 blah. That's negative. That's negative. There's no spirit of giving or love that does that. And the poor baby, she can't display that spirit of love because it's not in her yet. She gotta love her. Y'all understand what I'm talking about? See, I'm not so focused on whether or not he was right or wrong or this or that. I'm not really focused on that. My lesson here today is for the lionesses about what kind of followership men can't tolerate. They really can't tolerate the alienated follower, the passive follower, or the pragmatist. They really can't do it. It tires them out. So that no matter how much they actually love you, they get tired. Because you can't come out of one of those 3 areas. The alienated follower is the worst because she's cynical and she openly try to sabotage. The passive follower is dangerous because she thinks she's doing good. Y'all don't know. The passive follower is dangerous because she thinks she's doing good. She's not. She's not doing well because now she's not in a position to do the other things that wives do. Give insight because she's too insecure. Oh, you know, whatever I do, whatever I say, you know, he ain't gonna like it, or he not gonna value it, or he not gonna appreciate it, you know, because I don't look like this and I'm not like that. And, you know, these other women are this. If you think them other women better than you, then they better than you. It's insecurity. Because she talking about how she would, you know what I'm saying, track them women down and all that kind of stuff. Any wife, I don't care how handsome her husband is. I don't care how wealthy he is. I don't care what he got going on. I don't care what's happening in his life. A lioness don't got time. You understand? To think about who he might be attracted to other than her and what them other women might bring and who calling him and why you over there? See, no. Thank you, channel says she didn't do what the women who lost weight to have a baby for her man did. A lioness, we don't have time. We never have time. The reason why we don't have time to worry about them kind of things is because we're too busy trying to figure out how we can become better and better and better lionesses. Because we become concerned with whether or not we're upholding and maintaining the pride from the position that we got to maintain the pride from. Are we continuing? Are we maintaining? Are we being consistent with being a lioness? We got too much other stuff to think about. We got a lot of things on our plate as lionesses, and we have to do them things. It's work. It's too much work. We don't have the kind of time on our hands. We do not. I have never had the kind of time on my hands be searching through my man's phone and this. I don't even care that much. You understand? Whatever is in your phone, this is in there. What I'm going to do about it anyway? That's why we don't worry about it. Because what I'm going to do about it anyway? We're focused on maintaining our feminine end of the relationship and making sure we're doing that to the very best of our ability on a consistent basis. We got work to do. Our lions have given us work to do, and we got to do it. So when we put our head down and be doing that work, raising kids and, you know what I'm saying, and taking care of the home and taking care of the family and helping them with, you know what I'm saying, his vision and helping him with his endeavors and supporting him and supporting all of the things that's going on and things of that nature, we don't have time to worry about it. Because the other part of what a lioness come to understand is in all of that maintaining, it ain't all just about the changing kids' diapers and you know, running to the store and doing your husband's errands. And all of that is wonderful, it's fine, it's beautiful, I love it, right? But we also as lionesses understand we can't drop that other part. Now I'm coming back to the sexual part. Derrick Jaxn did not cheat with a better woman per se. Thank you, Bruce Edwards. Thank you so much, Bruce. He didn't necessarily cheat with a better woman. This or so-called 10. This is an instant thought. Let's not forget. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Okay. What he did was, he went to be with a woman that he didn't need to reassure every moment that she was sexy and pretty. She already came thinking she was the bomb. Whether she was or not. She already came up thinking, I'm the bomb. Okay? You lucky to be with me, you know, and that kind of stuff. You know how many likes my pictures be getting on Instagram? That kind of thing. You need to be trying to be seen with me. She was on that. Now, she is who she is. And she comfortable with it. That's what's appealing to him. She is what she is. She ain't making no excuse for it. Now, this woman we talking about is 9 times out of 10 got her own red flags, right, that she waving. So we not giving her some type of, oh, she's this wonderful. No. She's who she is. Okay? But whatever red flag she got, that reassurance red flag, that ain't one of them. And that's the one he's attracted to. That's why he's attracted. He ain't got to tell that one. She fine. Too many people done told her she fine, so she believe that. So she know that. As far as she concerned, she know that. She wasn't bringing Derrick the kind of chaos he needed. She was bringing him the kind of chaos to drain him. It's two different kinds. Two different kinds. Women, like I said before, we are an inexhaustible source of chaos. It don't never stop. You don't ever get to the bottom of it. It is a bottomless pit of chaos. That is what we are. We need to embrace that. It's not a bad thing. However, we need to be mindful of how we present that chaos to our husbands. You can't be all over the place with chaos. It's in every other area. Chaos in the dwelling. It's chaos in your appearance. It's chaos in her appearance. She comes on. She comes on not dressed right. It's not beautiful. It can be modest and beautiful. It don't got to be slutty to be pretty. It can be modest and pretty. Because the woman that she show up as on them live streams with them little hats on, that's not the woman that was dancing in them pictures. That ain't the woman that had that green blazer on. In other words, that's not the woman he married. Not the woman you married. She's the one that's not bringing him sexual chaos. Because she don't feel sexy in her body. You can tell by the way she cover it up that she feel like a belly and, you know, all of the things that women want to be insecure about. You can't do that. You can't do that. If you insecure about your weight, what you do? Lose it. Just lose weight. If you feel like you 15, 20, 30 pounds overweight, a couple of months of due diligence and a proper eating lifestyle will cure that. That'll handle that. That'll handle that. Not only will your man be reinterested, you'll feel sexy within you. You will be looking in the mirror like, okay. And you know what that energy do? It project to your husband. My wife. Because we coming at him with, yeah, your wife. I'm going to go in there and cook grits, but I'm also going to hit this bedroom from the top rope. Do you understand me? And when I get done with that, we'll finish with the grits. I went down south with y'all with them grits. Thank you so much, Norin.
Thank you for supporting me on my show. Okay. I just wanna thank you for helping me on my show. All right.
Thank you so much. Dee said, when our women dressing inappropriate for us, say to ourselves, you gotta be kidding. In addition, we're embarrassed. And thank you so much, Teray. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you so much. Yeah, y'all, from the top rope. I told y'all. Listen. What you gonna do? You understand? I'll be in there frying turkey bacon. Don't you dare come in here and give me the eye. I'm turning that turkey bacon off We get to it, it's gonna soak up all of the grease in that little pan. We'll get back to it when we get back to it. You understand that? Women, stop being insecure. It is coming from a spiritual place, but you have to address it truthfully. You have to address why you're insecure truthfully. It's an easy thing to blame your husband. Oh, he don't make me feel beautiful. No, it's an easy thing to blame, you know what I'm saying, the fact that now his eye wandering. And what make it worse is he looking at women that you used to look like 5 years ago. He looking at women that look like you only 5 years ago. Stop being, oh man, why this happening to me? Listen, let me tell you what you do. First thing you do, it, like I said, it is a spiritual issue. It's coming from the spirit. What you do is you have to identify why you feel like that. Why do you feel insecure? What is happening inside of you that you feel that way? You, not everybody else. You. Identify it truthfully. Okay? Understand. See, that girl, she got to understand. I do want to look like that. I do want to dress like that. I do want to, you know what I'm saying, exude that sexiness like that. And what she gonna have to start doing is stop associating that sexiness with something bad or evil or ungodly or unspiritual. When your spiritual and your sexual is the same thing, it occupy the same room. It occupy the same room. This is why for those of us who believe in the Most High, we believe in marriages prior to consummating. The sex and the spirit go together. That's why it's against adultery, because that erode the spirit. That sexual act erode the spirit. The other sexual act uplifted. The sex and the spirit are linked. They are linked intrinsically. They linked. The Bible tell us that. The Quran tell us that. The Torah tell us that. Thank you, Coach Human Life said this is why we say happiness is an inside game. Thank you so much. It's meant to uplift you. It's meant to uplift both people. Sex and the spirit is linked together. What do everybody cry out at that special time? What everybody say? When that feeling hits you, what you say? It's 2 words. What you say? Thank you, Marcus B. So I'm sure the sisterhood supporting him and not her didn't help either. Exactly. Oh God. Oh God. Why do you think we say that? And why don't you think it don't feel weird when we say it? It don't even feel weird when you say that. It hits you and you be like, oh God. It jumped right out your mouth. Lionesses got to kill. A lioness got to kill that insecure stuff. We can't do it. We got too much work to do to be moping around, because insecurity ties into self-loathing. It ties into depressions. It ties into all of this woe is me. You know, oh my God, I can't do it. It's tied all into that. And all of that is negative. All of it. Every last part, every last bit of that. I'm feeling sorry for myself, blah, 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 blah. We lionesses, we don't have time. We don't have time. We don't. Our men need us to be lionesses. Our men need us to be lionesses. We need us to be lionesses. Our children need us to be lionesses. And I have never seen a lioness that successfully hunt and then go back and be like, oh, I couldn't catch that deer. I ain't never seen it. I ain't never seen it. When a lioness get out there and she don't, I told y'all this story a couple of times. The lionesses was hunting, bad hunting. It had been 2 days and they had not come up with a good hunt. One of them got hurt a little bit. Hadn't caught nothing, hadn't brought nothing back to the pride. Cubs is whining. Alpha male looking at them like, I know you ain't got me trying to go up out there, because if I got to go out there and get a wildebeest, you ain't going to get none. How about that? If I got to go out there and catch something, I ain't going to give you none. I'm going to get a baby some, I ain't going to give you none. And I told you what them lionesses did. Them lionesses got together. You know they lioness, you know they animals, so they affection is licking each other. Y'all know how cats do. And that was their way of bonding back their spiritual selves, getting themselves back together. That next hunt, I'm telling you, that next hunt was a doozy, baby. They came back with so much game. The male couldn't eat it all. He sitting there belly fat. He was sitting there belly just with fat. Mouth molly. And them babies was happy jumping all around whatever they had killed. And she was laid up. Next thing you know, little couple hours later, she had flounced on over there to the alpha. Like, listen, daddy, I done gave you your food. Now let me feed you. I done gave you your food. Now let me feed you. We got too much to do as lionesses. Those lionesses did not mope around. Oh, we can't catch nothing else. Okay, I got claws. They looked at each other like, wait. We're some of the most efficient hunters on the plain. With herds as far as the eye can see. You mean to tell me we can't get one? You lying. We got claws, hunting instincts. We got olfactory. You can smell them literally from like a couple of miles away. We got a little speed. We got some strength. And I can't catch a Thompson's gazelle. I've been catching Thompson's gazelle my whole life. You see? I'm not going to hold y'all too long. But I thought that this was something that we needed to talk about. Right. The other thing that I want to talk about is you want to go right over to crimsoncure.com and get the new book, Reclaiming the Black Feminine, The Lies of Feminism and the Road to Recovery, right? So what you want to do is you want to go to crimsoncure.com, you want to hit the link, and you want to purchase your copy of Reclaiming the Black Feminine. Now, as I announced yesterday, this is a proof that I'm holding in my hand. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on it so that we can give you the best possible, most incredible work that we can give you. So what you want to do, you want to go to crimsoncure.com. You want to get your purchase of this book. And I guarantee you it is a must read. You will not be able to put it down, okay? I also want to bring everybody's attention to the fact that we are still holding Black Lives Matter accountable for the more than $100 million in misused donations. So what you're seeing right now is a 6-step initiative. What we want to do, though, is we want to get to 100,000 signatures as our goal. But as our next milestone, we're working towards 15,000 signatures. We're also working on step 3 and 4 simultaneously to get a national leader for this initiative and to connect with other groups and individuals that's going to support the Black community. So this is an ongoing thing that we're actually doing in order to try to address the gap and the lurch that Black Lives Matter as an organization left our people in. And I want to thank, last but not least, thank you so much. Jeffrey said this is like the deepest stream to date thus far that I witnessed from you. Just deep, plain old deep. Got all type of feelings. It's all good. You are definitely a gift from the Most High. All praises. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that as well, Jeffrey. So I want to thank everyone like Jeffrey, like Norin, like Teray, everyone who contributed to the show, whether it be through Super Chat, through Cash App, or through PayPal. Thank you so much for all of you guys' support. It means so much to me, so very much to me. Last but not least, certainly not least, I want to thank my support team. I don't name you for the sake of brevity, but you know who you are. Every individual that has done anything to help Crimson Cure grow and to have these wonderful discussions, to have this information put out there for everyone's consumption, for their edification. So much goes on in the background of this so that I can come and sit pretty at the end of the world, right? But there is so much going on, so many wonderful, exceptional people that put their time, their effort, their resources, everything into the support of the Crimson Cure channel. And I cannot thank them enough. I can't thank them enough. I really can't, like literally, I can't thank them enough. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, Crimsonites. Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.